Each region has its own legends and heroes.
The fight is over. This could be it. Another chance for Jing. It's all over.
Names we all remember.
It's all on one. The last man standing.
Moments etched in our minds.
Yes, who aims the reset. Absolutely ridiculous. Magnum's in the smoke here. Oh my God. Magnum's got no HP. Not like this.
But can a new region compete against giants even without the same history? With our next Masters in Shanghai, it's worth knowing the story of Valorant in China. So take a seat, open up Duolingo, and get ready to learn some Chinese. Our tale begins with Edward Gaming and their less than stellar performance at Lock in Sao Paulo. It wouldn't be until Masters Tokyo that we saw the first inklings that China might be the real deal. EDG came into the event hot, winning 13 out of 15 matches during the qualifiers, cementing their spot as the kings of the region, only dropping maps to the other qualifying team, Attacking Seoul Esports. Even though Attacking Seoul came into Tokyo as the first seed, EDG would actually be the ones to steal the show, with their incandescent superstar Kang Kang emerging as the breakout player of the tournament.
Big gap between him and Chi.
There's the first. Sire player goes down. Already start flooding through towards A-Long. Another gets a second of respite here as they close the gap. Another for Kang Kang. This guy is playing it perfectly. One by one they face him, and one by one they fell. There's no way you get away with that. This guy's a superstar in the making, isn't he? He's putting on a show.
Kang Kang was a walking highlight reel.
Okay.
They tried to double swing and they've just given Kang Kang a pick.
Yeah. Out to the open. You cannot grant him chances like that. Hands up. Kang Kang seeks to claim the kill. There's a rifle. Here's the flash. Why not? Take a fight. Zmjjkk says, I dare you. Second guesses it with the off. This man is playing gun game.
Everybody that plays against him says he's the real deal, and you see it now in the matches.
After a breathtaking run, EDG blazed their way to a respectable 6th place, with their later defeats being at the hands of Team Liquid and eventually Paper Rex. In the aftermath of Tokyo, China would hold a last chance qualifier, timed to come hot on the heels of Valorant's official mainland release on July 12, 2023. In a shocking turn of events, the team joining EDG to represent the Middle Kingdom would not be the pre-LCQ favorites Attacking Seoul or FPX, but Bilibili Gaming.
进去了，在板后，刚刚在板后，再找高点，高点没有，跑着漏了。球球拿到了一个击杀 ，Nobody 从另外一边打了2个
，Nobody 又抓一个，最后的一个人是名牌
3打1，3打1被穿板了 ，Ring 暗眼没有命中 ，Ring 打1个，结束了，球球
EDG
没有错过这个残局 ，EDG 3比1锁定胜局。
At Champions LA, China came out swinging.
Player will have a little bit of a doubt and feel some genuine fear when they hear the name Kang Kang.
They know the flash went off
The
earlier,
EDG Dragon toppled EMEA's Giants.
He believes in himself, but I can see why. Both players up above, a flash ready. Dodges it! Truly unbelievable!
Zmjjkk now has to be careful. You can see the pressure, and Zmjjkk plays ahead of it. Taking down 3. Outstanding work.
They eventually fell to EG.
EG, they've absolutely crushed EDG.
Dog, I think we're about to see a clip.
Well, remember, there was a flash at the beginning of the previous round for this exact spot.
One way in the corner.
Oh my God.
Oh, he
just disrespects it, bro.
Do it again.
Loud in a position to take us to OT.
Smoggy showstopper.
There's the ult. First clear, you called the flash. That's with the clean movement getting away. There's nowhere for them to go. Smoggy with 4 and EDG take bind. He's going to Crest if he wants to get Aspas, but somehow stays alive. EDG looking to get the spike down and should succeed as Kang Kang gets another. What? That's all of them. That's a 4K for the Star. And he's alive and he is online.
Omen breach setup though, Doug, this is very unlikely to be checked.
No paranoia, just the flash. Oh my gosh, Smoggy! Another disaster for Loud.
Cove is in garage.
This is where Loud close out games.
And took their last bow against Loud.
The final touches on an outrageous series. Valentine on the swing. He's gotten 3. Zmjjkk only gets 1. Loud defend the throne. They take down EDG in the
Meanwhile,
rematch.
Bilibili Gaming produced the event's biggest surprise.
The duelist of the team of Bilibili Gaming, bro.
Yeah.
Knight is a strong player.
Why is he going to send it? First, look, so I'm going to send the paranoia, and it's a connection from Whzy. This is no easy task. 3 players are locked down and pushes forward. They've got him to OT. Yosemite does get the trade out. Again, this is ridiculous. Down to 2, making a 2. Oh, Bianc! As if he's the one standing doing this. And now we look at the buy coming out.
He's still got a judge, Lord.
There we go. As he can check the flank, it's fine. No, excuse me, hello! He does some good chip damage, but they're gonna need more. Whzy! It's just a nightmare to handle.
A fiend.
He's still going. Oh, my heart is breaking. He's gonna get them all! There's a trap, there's a trap. Some, there's a trap. There's a trap! Turn! Look, the flash of paranoia! Oh, it's devastating! Billy! Bait them in perfectly! Here we go. This is it. Hold your breath. And now the fight begins. Knight takes down Tom. Looks for follow-up. Finding anyone. Whyzy's there. It's down to Victor. It's down to Artist. It's all that's left is Artist. And the unthinkable might just happen here. The true upset of the day. The upset of the event so far.
Bilibili took down NRG not once, but twice.
That's so many in FPX. Whzy! Eviscerating 3 on elbow. Breaking him, and look at the flag. Yosemite stabs him in the back. Billy cleaning up here. It's Yosemite. It's Yosemite. No respect, and the ult. Hold on. Does he dare? He's thinking about it. Because look at the position the K-Knight's got, but Yosemite's still working.
They're coming back. They're leaving the pit.
He's trying to play through first. Gets to the site. He's got the 1. FPX with another. But Yosemite has been monstrous. Make it 2. Victor and Crashies. Oh, it's only Victor. The truly unthinkable might just be
After
happening.
Champions, you'd expect the offseason to start almost immediately. But because China had yet to form an international league, they had to play a qualifier event and also their Ascension tournament. Returning names such as FPX, Trace Esports, and EDG all placed in the top of the 3-part qualifying event. But there is one team name that sticks out. Rare Atumn. Rare Atumn consistently placed in the top 4 of each of these events. And after 2 tough second-place finishes right behind EDG, you would think this would almost guarantee them a spot through Ascension, as no one else had the same resume they had. But that's what we love about Valorant, isn't it? No matter the strats or stats, there's always a chance that the unpredictable will happen. Rare Atumn would not drop a single map on their way to the top, but as they were about to reach the mountain summit, an unlikely challenger appeared. Dragon Ranger Gaming. It was not looking good for Rare Atumn. 2 maps down in the Ascension Grand Final. The 3rd map in the series would be Lotus, and the stakes could not have been higher. Unfortunately, even after a clean 13-0, it would not be enough to bring them back, as DRG would close out Bind, making them the China Ascension winners. Not all stories have a fairy tale ending, but the Rare Atumn that lost to DRG was picked up by the partnered organization JD Gaming, and so their players still made it into the VCT. These are the types of stories, the moments why we watch Valorant. Those unpredictable scenes where the server almost seems to go quiet, where nothing else matters, and something magical happens. One night in Shanghai could change the world.